Hi everybody, welcome back to Appa's Kitchen. I'm here in my kitchen in Bari, and today I'm going to try cooking with some local ingredients that I picked up. I got some orecchiette down in Bari Vecchia yesterday from a woman on the street, and today I went to a little covered market near me and got some rape. I also got some tomatoes and I'm going to put in a salad. This is an experiment. I googled some recipes. I found a few different ways to make cime with orecchiette. I liked there was one that used sausage and anchovies. So it might not be the traditional way that the Barese make it, but since I had the ingredients, I've been searching for sausage. I also got some sausage yesterday. I'm going to try it that way because it just sounded the most appealing to me. So I'm not professing or trying to claim that this is authentic local dish. Like most of the food that I cook, this is my way of making something based on a recipe that I found. All right, so I'll take you to the counter. I'll show you what I got, and then we'll get started cooking. Okay, so here are the ingredients. First, this beautiful orecchiette I bought yesterday in Bari Vecchia, tricolore. It's tomato, basil, and then just plain. So I'm going to use that. I found some sausage. I've really been having a hard time finding sausage. So this is classic um, Tuscan sausage. So I'm just going to use two links of the sausage. I have some anchovies that I already opened that I used before. I'm going to throw in some pepperoncino, some hot pepper, garlic. I have white wine. This is the rape that I bought this morning. It's very strong smell. So I think what I'm going to do is throw in the stems with the pasta as the pasta cooks. And then she told me to cook the pasta for 10 minutes. So after about 5 minutes, I'll throw in the leaves. They feel kind of tough. So I hope that's enough to cook that. One recipe that I found said just cook it all together for 10 minutes and it starts to make like a paste, but I don't really want this to dissolve. So I want to still have some structure to the leaves. And then I have some pecorino and parmigiano to top it off when I'm finished. Some white wine. Today I'm trying Fiano. It's from here in Puglia, Salento. I'm not really sure what it tastes like. So actually, let me give it a taste just to make sure it's not too sweet. I'm not going to drink all that. I'm going to use that in my dish today. Nice. It's light, kind of medium, not too sweet, not too dry. So I think that'll be good. All right, so I'm going to start with the sausage. I'll brown the sausage and then add the garlic and the anchovies. I don't want to start with the garlic because I don't want the garlic to burn. Okay, the sausage is beginning to brown. Smells good. So I'm going to add my garlic. And maybe, let's see how many anchovies I have here. I don't think I want all of these anchovies. So let's just throw 2 anchovies in there. The anchovies will dissolve. I like the idea of adding the anchovies because they just add, nice kind of salty umami flavor. It's on a medium heat right now because I didn't feel like turning it down and then turning it back up again. I'm going to turn it. I wanted it this heat when I add the wine. So I don't really have to worry about this garlic burning because it's not going to cook very long right now without me adding the wine. Okay, let's add a little bit of this peperoncino. Not sure how hot that's going to be, so I think that's good. Oh, it smells wonderful. And the wine. I think that's enough, and I'll just drink the rest. Okay, so I'm just going to wait for my water to boil. I'm going to let this cook, let the alcohol cook off here. And let this cook down a little bit. And then if I need to, I'll add some pasta water to thin it out again. But it smells great. Perfect, it tastes delicious. It has a nice little kick to it, but it's not overpowering. All right, my water is starting to boil. So I'm gonna add some salt. I measured out using a coffee cup. Just a little bit of Orecchiete. I'm not making a lot. Give that a stir. And then I'm going to throw in the rape stems. Might be a lot of greens, but it's okay. This is an experiment. Probably this amount of rape that I have would be good for if I were making 2 servings and not 1. But I don't feel like I'm getting enough vegetables here, so it's going to be more of the greens than the pasta maybe, or about half and half. My sauce is starting to cook down. Looks good. I lowered the heat. All right, so I got my timer set for 10 minutes, and in a few minutes I'm going to add the rest of the greens. All right, so a little under 6 minutes left to go, so I'm going to add the rest of the greens here. Okay, my pasta has been cooking for 10 minutes. I just lowered it a little bit. Let's give it a taste here. It's a little on the hard side. I'm going to let it go for 1 more minute. Take a look at my sauce. The sauce looks good. So I didn't have a strainer. So I found this at a little shop around the corner. It's for straining when you fry, but it really seemed like the best option for me. And even though I already have one at home, I can take it home with me. Maybe somebody can use it, or I'll just have it as a souvenir from Italy. All right, so now it's been about a minute. Turn the heat off. This is an induction stove. It's really amazing. I just turned the heat off and that's it. It just stopped. So it really works fast. That looks beautiful. I tasted one of the little stems and it was very well cooked. So it's not hard at all. So I'm keeping this pasta water here just in case. I don't have a bowl, so I don't have any way of really mixing this other than in this little pot. So it's a good thing I'm not cooking for a crowd here. I feel like I'm cooking in the wild. All right, I'm gonna turn this pot off as well. Give it a little stir. There was some pasta water that mixed in here. So it is a little liquidy. So now I'm gonna add some cheese. So I have some Parmigiano Reggiano. Try not to make a mess here. And I have some Pecorino Romano. Which tends to be a little saltier than the Parmigiano. Give this a little stir. Oh, it looks beautiful. All right, I'm gonna plate it and I'll meet you at the table. Okay, here it is. Orecchiete with sausage, salsiccia, and rape. I don't know what the difference is between the rape and cime rape, or if it's the same thing. I'll have to find out. Delicious. There's a lot of liquid here, but it's not a problem. The rape is really tender. Let's try one of these big stems. It's good. It has kind of like a broccoli flavor, slightly different. It's not really bitter at all. The orecchiette, of course, are great. Homemade on the streets of Bari. The wine is really nice. The sausage is great. Doesn't really have, I mean, Yeah, it doesn't really have much of like a flavor. I don't taste fennel or any other spices. So it's basically just pork. That little bit of chili gives it a nice mild kick. It's really delicious. So, I don't know how it compares to what they serve here in Bari, but I will one day try out on the street, Orecchiete con cime and just see. I kind of think mine is better, but who knows? So here's another dish you can make. It's pretty simple. If you can't find rape or rapini broccoli rabe, you could just use broccoli. I would not cook the broccoli as long unless you really like it mushy. Just kind of throw the broccoli in towards the end. If you have really thick broccoli stems, maybe cut them up into cubes. Throw them in a little bit before you throw in the florets. Delicious, delicious, delicious. All right. And then this beautiful wine from Salento, Southern Puglia. Goes perfectly with it. I have a little tomato salad, some tomatoes that I bought today at the market, and then these beautiful green cherry tomatoes that I had from the other day from my supermarket with some olive oil, garlic, fresh basil, a splash of wine vinegar. Perfect. A wonderful fresh lunch using local ingredients. All right, gang, I hope you enjoyed it, and thanks for watching. I'll see you next time in Appa's Kitchen. Ciao.